Are you tired of being a prisoner to other people's opinions, exhausted from the constant need for validation and approval? Well, my friends, it's time to break free from the shackles of attachment and embrace the power of emotional detachment. In this life-changing video, we're going to unlock the secrets to mastering detachment in every aspect of your life, from dating and relationships to manifestation and personal growth. Get ready to say goodbye to the toxic cycle of obsession, fear, and scarcity, and hello to a world of abundance, freedom, and authenticity. But beware, this journey won't be easy. We're going to dive deep into the root causes of your attachment, confront your deepest fears, and challenge you to let go of the need for control. It's going to be raw, it's going to be real, and it's going to be the wake-up call you've been waiting for. So, buckle up, my friends, because we're about to embark on a transformative adventure that will change the way you think, feel, and show up in the world. Are you ready to unlock the power of emotional detachment and finally live the life you've always dreamed of? Then let's get started. 1. What is detachment? Have you ever found yourself in a toxic relationship, clinging to the hope that your partner will change, only to be left feeling drained and defeated? Or maybe you've been there with a job you desperately wanted, pouring your heart and soul into the interview process, only to be crushed when you didn't get the offer. We've all been there, my friends. Attachment is a natural human emotion, but it can also be our downfall. It's like a drug that promises to make us feel alive, but ultimately leaves us feeling empty and unfulfilled. But fear not, my fellow humans, for there is a way to break free from the shackles of attachment and embrace the power of detachment. Detachment, my friends, is the secret sauce to manifesting your dreams in life. By letting go of attachment to outcomes and past mistakes, you open yourself up to the positive energy that will attract the good things meant for you. It's like clearing out the clutter in your mind and making space for the universe to work its magic. Imagine a world where you're not constantly worrying about what might happen or beating yourself up over things you can't change. That's the power of detachment. To help you on your journey to mastering detachment, let's break it down into 6 principles. 1. Allow others to be who they are. Stop trying to change people and accept them for who they are. It's not your job to fix them or make them fit into your perfect vision. Trust me, it's a lot less exhausting this way. 2. Be authentic. Be true to yourself and your values. Don't try to be someone you're not just to please others. It's like wearing a pair of shoes that are 2 sizes too small. It might look good on the outside, but it's gonna hurt like hell on the inside. 3. Don't force situations. Let things unfold naturally. Forcing situations will only lead to frustration and disappointment. It's like trying to push a square peg into a round hole. It's just not gonna work, no matter how hard you try. 4. Accept uncertainty. Life is full of surprises, both good and bad. Embrace the unknown and trust that everything will work out in the end. It's like going on a road trip without a map. It might be a little scary at first, but you never know what kind of adventures you might stumble upon. 5. Understand that everything happens for a reason. Every experience, good or bad, is an opportunity for growth and learning. It's like a puzzle. Sometimes you have to step back and look at the bigger picture to see how all the pieces fit together. 6. Embrace mistakes and negative emotions. They are a natural part of life. Don't beat yourself up over them. Instead, use them as stepping stones to a better future. It's like falling off a bike. It hurts like hell in the moment, but it's the only way to learn how to ride. Many people think that detachment means being cold and unfeeling, but that couldn't be further from the truth. Detachment is actually the key to healthy relationships and a fulfilling life. When you're not attached to outcomes, you're free to enjoy the present moment and appreciate the people in your life for who they are. It's like taking a deep breath of fresh air. It clears your mind and makes room for new possibilities. The purest form of love involves having a strong bond with another person, knowing they could betray you or break your heart, and still valuing their character and staying in the moment. It's about letting go of the need to control and trusting that whatever happens, you'll be okay. It's like jumping off a cliff into the unknown. It's scary as hell, but the thrill of the fall is worth it. So, my friends, embrace the power of detachment and watch as your life transforms before your eyes. Let go of attachment to outcomes and past mistakes and welcome the abundance and joy that the universe has in store for you. Remember, You are the master of your own destiny, and detachment is the key to unlocking your full potential. It's time to break free from the emotional roller coaster of attachment and embrace the freedom of letting go. 2. Detachment in relationships. Have you ever found yourself in a relationship where you're constantly walking on eggshells, afraid to be your true self for fear of losing your partner? Or maybe you've been the one who's always trying to fix your significant other, convinced that if you just love them enough, they'll change? Newsflash, my friends, that's not love, that's attachment. And let me tell you, it's a toxic trap that will leave you feeling drained, defeated, and desperate for a way out. But fear not, for there is a better path, one that leads to true emotional freedom, the path of detachment. Attachment in relationships comes from a place of need and desperation, using another person to fulfill emotional needs. It's like trying to fill a bottomless pit with sand. No matter how much you pour in, it's never enough. But detachment is the ability to let go of any emotional thoughts that create suffering. It's like taking a step back and realizing that your partner's actions or words are a reflection of their own inner turmoil and have nothing to do with you. You can be deeply involved with someone, yet detached, prioritizing your peace first. It's like putting on your own oxygen mask before helping others. You can't pour from an empty cup, am I right? So, how do you put this detachment thing into practice? Well, my friends, let me share a few tips that have worked wonders for me. First, start a new goal or hobby. Pursue something that lights you up and makes you feel alive. It's like a built-in distraction from the drama of your relationship and a reminder that you are so much more than just a partner. Next, set limits in particular activities. If certain situations or behaviors trigger your attachment, set clear boundaries for yourself. It's like putting up a do not disturb sign for your emotions, and trust me, it's a game changer. But perhaps the most important step is to understand the source of your attachment. Dig deep and figure out why you're so attached to this person or situation. Is it a fear of being alone? A need for validation? Once you identify the root cause, you can start to address it head on, like a warrior facing their greatest battle. Now, let me be brutally honest with you, my friends. Falling back into old patterns is a natural part of the process. You're gonna slip up. You're gonna have moments where you feel like you're right back where you started. But don't beat yourself up about it. Just focus on making a change and leveling up your life. It's like learning to ride a bike. You're gonna fall a few times before you get the hang of it, but once you do, it's the most freeing feeling in the world. So, let's break free from the toxic trap of attachment and embrace the power of detachment. It's time to prioritize your own peace and happiness and let go of the need to control or change your partner. Trust me, it's a game changer in the world of relationships and a surefire way to manifest the love and abundance you truly deserve. Remember, you are the master of your own destiny, and detachment is the key to unlocking your full potential. So, what are you waiting for? Let's get to work. 3. Detachment in different aspects of life. Have you ever been in a situation where you're so consumed by someone or something that it feels like your entire world revolves around it? Maybe it's a romantic partner who you can't stop obsessing over, or a job that has you glued to your email 24/7. We've all been there, my friends, caught in the exhausting cycle of attachment where our thoughts and emotions are hijacked by external circumstances beyond our control. Detachment is crucial in work, relationships, and personal growth. And let me tell you, it's a game changer. In my own life, I've found that setting limits is key to avoiding getting attached to work. For example, I make it a non-negotiable to spend the first hour of my day exercising in the gym. It's like a built-in buffer between me and the chaos of the workday, a reminder that my worth is not defined by my job or my productivity. And let's be real, we've all been there, glued to our screens, sacrificing our health and sanity for the sake of that next promotion or raise. But at what cost? When it comes to dating and relationships, detachment is equally crucial. Letting go is the key to attracting what you want, rather than being stuck in a low vibrational energy of lack, scarcity, and fear, which repels anything you're chasing after. It's like trying to catch a butterfly. The more you chase it, the more it flutters away. And trust me, I've been there too, obsessing over that one person who just doesn't seem to want me back, torturing myself with every happy picture they post on social media. But here's the thing, When you let go and focus on cultivating self-love and solo dating, you open yourself up to attracting the kind of partner who truly deserves you. But detachment isn't just about romantic relationships. It's about practicing self-love and solo dating, accepting that everything in life is temporary and learning to find joy and fulfillment within yourself. It's about putting limits in place to detach from obsessive attachments, whether that's social media, work, or even toxic friendships. So, what are some practical ways to practice detachment in relationships? First and foremost, it's about setting boundaries. Learn to say no to things that don't serve you and prioritize your own well-being over pleasing others. It's also about cultivating self-awareness, paying attention to the thoughts and emotions that trigger your attachment and addressing the root causes head-on. And when it comes to personal growth, detachment is key. By embracing impermanence and letting go of the need to control every aspect of our lives, we open ourselves up to new opportunities and experiences that can help us grow and evolve. It's about practicing mindfulness, staying present in the moment, and not getting caught up in the drama of our thoughts. But what about solo dating, you ask? Well, my friends, it's all about learning to be your own best friend. It's about doing the things you love, exploring new hobbies and interests, and not relying on a partner to complete you. And let's be real, there's nothing sexier than someone who is confident and self-assured, who doesn't need anyone else to make them feel whole. And speaking of self-love, it's the foundation upon which all other forms of detachment are built. When you truly love and accept yourself, you're less likely to get caught up in the need for external validation or approval. You're less likely to obsess over things that are outside of your control because you know that your worth comes from within. Now, I know what you're thinking. This all sounds great in theory, but how do I actually put it into practice? Well, my friends, it's all about discipline and consistency. It's about catching yourself when you start to slip into old patterns of attachment and consciously choosing to let go. It's about setting limits and boundaries and sticking to them no matter what. And let's be real, there will be times when it feels impossible. There will be moments when you feel like you're backsliding, when the pull of attachment feels too strong to resist. But that's okay, it's all part of the journey. The key is to not beat yourself up over it, but to simply acknowledge it and then refocus your energy on the things that truly matter. So, what are you waiting for, my friends? It's time to embrace the power of detachment and unlock the success, fulfillment, and abundance that you truly deserve. Whether it's in your dating life, your career, or your personal growth, detachment is the secret sauce that can take you to the next level. So let go of the need to control, embrace the present moment, and watch as your life transforms before your very eyes. 4. Detachment in manifesting desires. Have you ever been so infatuated with someone that you start building them up in your head, creating this perfect image of who they are and who you think they should be? You obsess over their every move, their every word, convincing yourself that they're the one, even when all the signs point to the contrary. We've all been there, my friends, caught in the dangerous allure of fantasy. But let me ask you this, how many times has that fantasy actually turned into reality? How often have you found yourself disappointed, heartbroken, and wondering where it all went wrong? The harsh truth is, falling in love with the idea of someone is a surefire way to set yourself up for disappointment and a whole lot of wasted time and energy. It's like trying to force a square peg into a round hole. No matter how hard you try, it's never gonna fit. And trust me, I've been there too. I've spent countless hours obsessing over someone who, in reality, was never going to be the person I wanted them to be. I built them up in my mind, convinced myself that they were perfect, and completely ignored all the red flags and warning signs. But then, something shifted. I discovered the power of detached desire, and it changed everything. You see, detached desire is the art of wanting something without being attached to the outcome. It's about manifesting your dreams without the obsession, without the need to control or possess. And let me tell you, it's a game changer. Remember when we talked about the importance of detachment in dating and relationships? Well, the same principle applies to manifesting your desires. When you're attached to a specific person or outcome, you're essentially closing yourself off to all the other amazing possibilities that the universe has in store for you. But when you practice detachment, you open yourself up to a world of abundance. You release control and make room for the universe to work in your favor, guiding you towards the people, opportunities, and experiences that are truly meant for you. Now, I know what you're thinking, but how do I actually do that? How do I let go of the attachment and trust that the universe has my back? Well, my friends, it all starts with self-love and self-awareness. Love yourself first, and you'll never settle for anything less than what you truly deserve. Focus on your own growth, your own passions, and your own happiness, and watch as the right people and opportunities start to gravitate towards you. It's like a magnetic force, attracting the things that are in alignment with your highest good. And when it comes to self-awareness, it's all about being honest with yourself about the root causes of your attachment. Are you clinging to a specific person or outcome because you're afraid of being alone? Because you're seeking validation or approval from others? Once you identify the underlying issues, you can start to address them head on. But let's get practical, shall we? One of the most powerful tools for cultivating detached desire is journaling. Write down your dreams, your desires, and your intentions, but don't get attached to the specifics. Instead, focus on the feelings you want to experience, the qualities you want to embody, and the overall energy you want to attract into your life. And let me share a personal story with you, my friends. There was a time when I was so attached to the idea of a particular relationship that I couldn't see anything else. I was obsessed, convinced that this person was my soulmate, and that if I just loved them enough, they would eventually come around. But the more I clung to that idea, the more it slipped through my fingers. It wasn't until I started practicing detachment through journaling, meditation, and a whole lot of self-reflection that things started to shift. Let go of the need to control the situation and instead focused on cultivating the qualities and energy that I wanted to attract into my life. And you know what happened? The universe responded in ways I never could have imagined. Suddenly, opportunities and connections started appearing out of nowhere. I met people who inspired and uplifted me, who challenged me to grow and evolve in ways I never thought possible, and eventually, I did find love. But it was a love that was built on mutual respect, understanding, and a deep appreciation for each other's individuality. So, my friends, let me leave you with this. Love should never hurt. It's the attachment that causes pain, the obsession that leads to suffering. True love is about acceptance, understanding, and letting go of the need to control or possess another person. And when it comes to manifesting your desires, detachment is key. It's about trusting in the universe, trusting in yourself, and making room for the abundance and fulfillment that you truly deserve. Now, I know there are a lot of misconceptions out there about emotional detachment. Some people confuse it with emotional unavailability or a lack of caring. But let me be clear, detachment is about letting go of the need to control, not about shutting yourself off from your emotions or the people around you. In fact, true emotional detachment requires a deep level of self-awareness and emotional intelligence. It's about being present in the moment without getting caught up in the drama of your thoughts or the expectations of others. So, how can you use journaling to enhance your emotional detachment? Start by writing down your thoughts and feelings without judgment or attachment. Don't censor yourself, just let it all out on the page. Then take a step back and observe those thoughts and feelings with curiosity and compassion. Ask yourself, where are these emotions coming from? What underlying beliefs or fears are driving them? And most importantly, are these thoughts and feelings serving you or are they holding you back? As you continue to journal and reflect, you'll start to notice patterns emerging. You'll become more aware of the ways in which you've been attaching yourself to certain outcomes or expectations, and you'll be better equipped to let them go. And remember, my friends, that detachment isn't about becoming emotionally unavailable or shutting yourself off from the world. It's about cultivating a deep sense of inner peace and self-acceptance so that you can show up fully in your relationships and in your life. So, what are you waiting for? It's time to embrace the power of detached desire and unlock the secret to manifesting your dreams. Trust in the universe, trust in yourself, and watch as your life transforms before your very eyes. 5. Detachment from the past and future. Have you ever found yourself stuck in a never-ending loop of replaying past mistakes or worrying about future scenarios that may never even happen? It's like being trapped in a hamster wheel of your own mind, running and running, but never getting anywhere. We've all been there, my friends, caught in the exhausting cycle of dwelling on what was or what could be instead of embracing what is. But let me ask you this. How much of your precious time and energy have you wasted on these mental gymnastics? How many moments of joy and beauty have you missed out on because you were too busy living in the past or the future? I know, because I've been there too. I've spent countless hours agonizing over things I can't change, or worrying about things that may never even come to pass. And let me tell you, it's a surefire way to rob yourself of the present moment, the only thing that's truly real and tangible. Throughout our journey together, we've explored the importance of detachment in various aspects of life, from relationships and dating to manifestation and personal growth. But at the core of it all lies the ability to let go of what was and what could be, and instead focus on the present moment. You see, when we dwell on the past, we're essentially reliving experiences that can no longer be changed. We're allowing ourselves to be consumed by regrets, resentment, and emotional baggage that weighs us down and prevents us from moving forward. It's like carrying a heavy backpack filled with rocks, slowing us down and making it impossible to truly enjoy the journey. And when we obsess over the future, we're projecting our fears and anxieties onto scenarios that may never even come to pass, robbing ourselves of the joy and beauty that exists in the here and now. It's like trying to read a book that hasn't been written yet, wasting our time and energy on something that may never even come to fruition. But when we practice detachment from the past and future, we open ourselves up to a world of possibility and freedom. We become present, grounded, and fully engaged in the moment, able to appreciate the beauty and wonder that surrounds us every single day. So, how can you start practicing detachment in your daily life? Well, my friends, it all starts with cultivating a daily practice of presence. One of my favorite exercises is to read a few pages from Eckhart Tolle's The Power of Now each morning. It's like a gentle reminder to let go of the mental chatter and come back to the present moment, to embrace the stillness and silence that exists within us all. And let me tell you, the benefits of reading The Power of Now for emotional detachment are truly profound. It's like a roadmap to living a life of presence and inner peace, free from the shackles of past regrets and future anxieties. Another powerful exercise is to act as though it's the first day of your life. Approach each experience with a sense of wonder and curiosity, as if you're seeing it for the very first time. It's a beautiful way to break free from the chains of past conditioning and future expectations, and to truly appreciate the simple beauty of the present moment. Imagine waking up each morning and looking at the world with fresh eyes, free from the baggage of yesterday or the worries of tomorrow. Imagine feeling the warmth of the sun on your face or the gentle breeze caressing your skin, as if it were the first time you'd ever experienced such sensations. It's a powerful exercise, my friends, and one that can truly transform your relationship with the present moment. But perhaps most importantly, remind yourself that the past is not real. It's simply a collection of memories and stories that we've created in our minds. It cannot be changed, no matter how much we dwell on it or wish things had been different. And the future? Well, the future is equally illusory. It's a projection of our hopes, fears, and desires, but it has no concrete reality until it becomes the present moment. So why waste our precious energy worrying about something that may never even come to pass? Instead, focus on cultivating self-love and confidence in the present moment. Detach from the need for external validation and approval, and instead find your worth and value within yourself. It's a powerful way to break free from the emotional drain caused by obsessing over other people's opinions and expectations, and to truly embrace the freedom and joy that comes from living in the present moment. And let's not forget the power of humor and levity in all of this. Life is too short to take ourselves too seriously, my friends. So embrace the absurdity of the human experience, laugh at your own foibles and follies, and find joy in the simple act of being present. Because at the end of the day, that's what it's all about. Being present, being alive, and embracing the beauty and wonder of each and every moment. So let go of the past, Release your worries about the future and come back to the here and now. Trust me, it's a game changer and one that will transform your life in ways you never thought possible. 6. Detachment from other people's opinions. Have you ever found yourself obsessing over what others think of you? Constantly seeking validation and approval from friends, family, or even complete strangers on the internet? It's like being trapped in a prison of your own making, where the bars are made of other people's opinions and the key to freedom is always just out of reach. But let me ask you this: how much of your precious time and energy have you wasted on this exhausting cycle of approval seeking? How many moments of joy and authenticity have you sacrificed in the hopes of earning that elusive stamp of approval from someone else? I know, because I've been there too. I've spent countless hours contorting myself into shapes that don't fit, compromising my values and beliefs, all in the hopes of making someone else happy. And let me tell you, it's a surefire way to lose yourself, to become a hollow shell of who you truly are, devoid of the spark and passion that makes you unique. But here's the harsh truth: no matter how hard you try, you'll never be able to please everyone. And even if you could, would it really be worth sacrificing your authenticity and inner peace? Throughout our journey together, we've explored the power of detachment in various aspects of life, from relationships and dating to manifestation, personal growth, and living in the present moment. And now, my friends, we come to the final frontier: detaching from other people's opinions. You see, when we attach our worth and value to the opinions of others, we're essentially giving away our power. We're allowing external forces to dictate how we feel about ourselves, how we show up in the world, and how we live our lives. But true freedom comes from within, from cultivating a deep sense of self-love and self-acceptance that is unshakable, no matter what anyone else thinks or says. At the end of the day, the only opinion that truly matters is your own. You are the only one who truly knows yourself, your hopes, your dreams, your fears, and your deepest desires. So why would you ever let someone else's limited perspective determine your worth or your actions? It's time to remind yourself of this mindset every single day. Wake up and look in the mirror and repeat these words: I am enough. I am worthy. I am the only one who gets to decide my value and my path in life. Because when you detach from other people's opinions and projections, you free yourself from the emotional roller coaster of constantly seeking approval. You no longer have to contort yourself into shapes that don't fit or compromise your values and beliefs just to make someone else happy. Instead, you can show up in the world as your authentic self, unapologetically and without fear. You can pursue your dreams and passions without worrying about what anyone else thinks. And you can cultivate a deep sense of inner peace and self-acceptance that is unshakable, no matter what storms may come your way. But how do you know if you're too attached to other people's opinions? Well, my friends, the signs are all too familiar. It's that sinking feeling in the pit of your stomach when someone criticizes you or disapproves of your choices. It's the constant need to seek validation and reassurance from those around you, even for the smallest of decisions. It's the fear of being judged or rejected that keeps you from truly expressing yourself and living your truth. And let me tell you, this attachment to other people's opinions can be toxic, not just for your own sense of self-worth, but for your relationships as well. When you're constantly seeking approval from your partner, your friends, or your family, you're essentially putting them on a pedestal and giving them the power to determine your happiness and self-esteem. But true, healthy relationships are built on a foundation of mutual respect, trust, and acceptance, not on the need for constant validation or approval. When you detach from other people's opinions, you free yourself to show up in your relationships as your authentic self, without fear or judgment. And you open the door for deeper, more meaningful connections that are based on a shared understanding and appreciation for each other's unique gifts and quirks. So, how do you put this into practice? Well, my friends, it all starts with cultivating self-awareness and self-love. Spend time getting to know yourself, your strengths, your weaknesses, your quirks, and your unique gifts. Embrace the parts of yourself that make you different and celebrate the things that make you truly you. Next, surround yourself with people who uplift and support you, rather than those who tear you down or try to mold you into something you're not. Seek out communities and individuals who celebrate authenticity and individuality and who encourage you to be your best self. And finally, practice detachment through mindfulness and meditation. When you find yourself getting caught up in the opinions of others, take a step back and breathe. Remind yourself that their opinions are just that, opinions, and they have no bearing on your inherent worth and value as a human being. But perhaps most importantly, work on building your self-confidence and self-esteem from within. Celebrate your accomplishments and successes, no matter how small. Remind yourself of your unique gifts and talents and the ways in which you contribute to the world around you, and surround yourself with positive affirmations and reminders of your inherent worth and value. Because when you truly love and accept yourself, you no longer need the approval or validation of others. You can show up in the world with a sense of confidence and self-assurance that is truly unshakable, no matter what anyone else thinks or says. So, my friends, as we come to the end of our journey together, I leave you with this final challenge. Detach from other people's opinions and embrace the freedom of being your authentic self. It won't be easy, old habits die hard, and the pull of approval seeking can be strong, but trust me, the rewards are worth it. Because when you finally break free from the prison of other people's opinions, you'll discover a world of limitless possibility and joy. You'll be able to show up in your life and in your relationships with a sense of confidence and self-assurance that is truly unshakable. And you'll be able to manifest your deepest desires and dreams, unencumbered by the weight of other people's expectations or limitations. So, what are you waiting for? It's time to take the first step towards true freedom. Detach from other people's opinions and embrace the power of being your authentic self. The world is waiting for you to shine. Alright, my friends, we've reached the end of our journey together, and what a journey it's been. We've explored the power of emotional detachment in all aspects of life, from dating and relationships to manifestation, personal growth, and living in the present moment. But perhaps the most powerful lesson we've learned is the importance of detaching from other people's opinions and embracing our authentic selves. Because let's be real, seeking validation and approval from others is a never-ending cycle that will only leave you feeling drained, unfulfilled, and disconnected from your true essence. So it's time to break free from that prison of other people's opinions and reclaim your power. Wake up each morning, look in the mirror, and remind yourself, I am enough. I am worthy. I am the only one who gets to decide my value and my path in life. Cultivate self-love and self-acceptance, and surround yourself with people who uplift and support your authenticity. And when those moments of doubt or insecurity creep in, practice mindfulness and detachment. Breathe deeply and remind yourself that other people's opinions are just that, opinions, and they have no bearing on your inherent worth as a human being. Because when you truly love and accept yourself, you no longer need the approval or validation of others. You can show up in the world with a sense of confidence and self-assurance that is truly unshakable. So, my friends, I leave you with this thought-provoking question. What would you do if you knew beyond a shadow of a doubt that you were enough just as you are? Share your answers in the comments below, and let's continue this conversation about embracing our authentic power and detaching from other people's opinions. Remember, the world is waiting for you to shine, and the only opinion that truly matters is your own. So, go forth, my friends, and live your truth unapologetically and without fear. Detach from the need for approval and embrace the freedom of being your authentic self.